What is going on, everybody? This is Bandicoot with QRS Entertainment, and I'm back. I know I missed last week, but I was still recovering from COVID. Then I got an ear infection, so I've been laid up trying to recover. But I'm back, ready to talk some more football. So last time I did a video, it was the beginning of Wild Card Weekend, and I'll tell you how I did real quick. I did really good. The only one I got wrong was the Bills and the Patriots. I thought the Patriots defense could step up and actually do something, but I was terribly wrong. I thought the cold would affect the Bills, even though they play in a cold state. But hey, that's how it is. I was fooled into thinking that win over them earlier in the year actually proved something to me, but hey, what are you going to do about it? On to next year for the Pats. Anyway, the other ones I got right were the 49ers over the Cowboys. A little controversy toward the end there with the Cowboys debacle on the football, but 49ers win. I didn't think it was that much of an upset. Everyone's like, oh man, I can't believe the 49ers won. They're a good team. People just underrate them. As far as all the other games, they're pretty much status quo. The Rams beat the Cardinals, Chiefs pounded the Steelers, and the Bengals get a win over the Raiders. Now on to the divisional. This is where things get wonky. A crazy, crazy week, a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I was still a little sick, and I was trying to recover, and it was my wife's birthday, so I was spending a lot of time with her, which, to be honest, I'd rather do that than watch football any day of the week. But it was crazy, starting with the Bengals and the Titans. The Bengals get the win, and I've been saying this all year long, that the Titans are pretenders. They're pretenders, and they proved me right. The Bengals get the win over them. I do believe in the Bengals. I didn't think they're as good as the Titans, but hey, they got the win on a field goal, and I loved it, loved every minute of it, glad to see it. The Titans' strategy was to run Derrick Henry, just keep running him and running him. You know, this is his first game back. I don't understand it. I don't know why. He had A.J. Brown. Just, what were you doing? And I understand Tannehill wasn't all that great, but still, come on now. Way to lose in embarrassing fashion. Speaking of embarrassing, Green Bay and the 49ers. I thought the 49ers were good, and if you look at my prediction video a couple weeks back, I had the Packers going all the way. I did have them in a tough game against the 49ers, and I thought the Packers were going to edge it out in the very last minute, but they blew it, just like the Titans, lost on a last-second field goal. And congratulations to the 49ers for taking them down. I knew you were good, didn't know you were this good. I still have my concerns for them moving forward, but hey, this is a big win for them. I don't know if they can return to the Super Bowl, but if they can, it'll be a lot of fun, though I'm not really a fan of LA teams, or not LA teams, California teams. I hope all the California teams are eliminated by the end of this. Yep, I'm a hater. What are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. That's what. Now on to one that hurts my heart. Tampa falling to the Rams. Of course, the LA team beats them. Man, Tampa fought back. They came back with that awesome comeback. Had a lot of vibes from that Super Bowl where the Patriots came back all the way against the Hawks. I mean, not the Hawks, the Falcons. Man, what is up with the land and birds? I actually fell asleep during this game because at the time it was like 3-27. I was kind of watching it and thinking, hope this is not Brady's last game, but I ended up falling asleep, and I woke up right when the field goal went through to tie the game. And I was screaming, I was like, let's go. I was talking to my cousin, who's a huge Bucs fan. I was like, let's go, let's get it. They're in this. And then they leave Cooper Kupp wide open, and they go down and hit a field goal and win it in the last second. So 3 last-second field goals on Wild Card Weekend so far. Or not Wild Card Weekend, but the divisional. Though the Bucs losing wasn't the outcome that I was looking forward to or hoping for, I'm hoping Brady comes back. I've heard a lot of stuff about him retiring. If he does, awesome. Good for him. Go spend some time with your family. You put a heck of a career out there. You entertained us for 22 years. He will definitely be missed. He will go down as the greatest football player of all time, and he will be cherished and remembered for years and years to come, way after we're all gone. He's left his mark on the league now and forever. He's the GOAT of GOATs, and what can you say about it? He's put himself in a position where he's arguably the best athlete of all time. And I'm not talking about the most physically capable. I mean just the most winningest, the most competitive, most exciting, the most talented at what he does. And I'll stand by that. He's the best. He's better than Jordan, even Tiger. And that's a lot coming from me. I'm a huge Tiger and Jordan fan. But Brady's just, he's the GOAT. What can you say? Moving on to what's probably the best game of the week. Well, it was the best game. A lot of fun, a lot of scoring, and that was the Bills and the Chiefs. The Bills get lucky and kind of cheat their way into the championship week. I know they didn't cheat. I know it was a remarkable drive with 13 seconds from Mahomes, got them all the way down to tie up the game, and then they win it in overtime. I just think it's bullcrap. I think the Bills far more deserved it than the Chiefs, but the Chiefs are great, man. You can't argue against them. I've been saying it all year long after they turned it around, and it's going to be hard to beat them. They caught lightning in a bottle, and they're going to ride this all the way to the Super Bowl. Though the league needs to look out for the Bills. They're a team to be reckoned with for years and years to come. Josh Allen, he's a stud. He could be proved to be even better than Mahomes when it's all said and done. Now that's a long shot, but it's still a shot. Speaking of championship week, that's what we're in now. We have the Bengals going against the Chiefs, and we have the 49ers and the Rams. And out of these four teams, the matchup I would like to see is the Bengals and the 49ers. Two teams that haven't won in a long time, and I don't know. I think it'd be compelling. I know that's not what everyone wants. Everyone wants Kansas City and the Rams, yada, yada, yada. And hey, look, I get it. They're probably the two best teams out of these four, and they deserve, all four of these teams deserve it. But when my teams aren't in it, I'm going for the underdog every time. But when it comes to my predictions, I'm going to go with Kansas City edging out the Bengals. I do think it'll be a close game till the fourth quarter when Kansas City really starts laying it on thick and just starts blowing them out. Now with the 49ers and the Rams, I'm actually picking the 49ers to win. I actually think they have a legit shot of beating them and shutting up the Rams and their fan base, which I would absolutely love. I can't stand California teams, but I absolutely dread and hate LA teams. Hate them. All of them. I'm a Boston fan. It's to be expected. But if the 49ers are to win this game, the way that they're going to win it is a very close, very competitive defensive game, kind of like the last game they had with Green Bay. If they can control the tempo, they have a shot. And in my opinion, they have a very good shot at doing that. Though the Rams can start scoring and start laying it on thick if they let them. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it's not like a Bucs game where they come out and they're ready to go and they throw up a couple of touchdowns to give themselves a good, solid lead. If that happens, the 49ers are dead in the water. They don't have an opportunity to come back like the Bucs did. I mean, I guess it's possible. Not likely. At least not as likely as the Bucs. Now, I think the Bucs are a far better team than the 49ers. And I know that sounds crazy because LA just beat the Bucs. But I think the Bucs should have won that game. They just came out kind of lazy and laissez-faire. And let's face it, the Bucs have had a lot of issues for the last quarter of the season. Brady didn't seem interested. The whole team kind of feels like dejected. They have all the talent in the world there. The whole Antonio Brown situation really set them off, man. They just haven't been there. Their minds are not in it. A lot of noise in the background. A lot of people talking about Brady's future. So hopefully, whatever happens, the Bucs can figure it out and, still be in the playoffs next year, one way or the other. But enough about the Bucs. Anyway, back to the actual championship games. I have the Chiefs beating the Bengals, and I have the 49ers edging out the Rams. And it's going to be the 49ers and the Chiefs for the Super Bowl, a rematch from the one a couple of years ago. I hope the 49ers get their revenge, but let's face it, they probably won't. But before I start making predictions about the Super Bowl, like I did in my video a couple weeks ago, let's just wait and see how these games play out. Out of the two, I would say the California games are probably going to be better, but I mean, everyone wants to watch Mahomes and see if the Bengals can do the impossible and keep on moving forward. That would be a heck of a story if Cincinnati can actually win. The first time being in the playoffs in my lifetime and actually moving forward and winning. That would be, man, what a story that would be. But, people want the Rams and the Chiefs for good reason, I guess. The big names, the big markets, blah, blah, blah. That's just a mainstream media wet dream right there. That's all they really care about is ratings, ratings, ratings. And yeah, look, I get it, but that's not what sports is about, at least not in my opinion. It's about the competitiveness, the passion of the game, the camaraderie, and I think we all get caught up in the big names and the spectacle of the sport, not the actual sport itself. I mean, come on, that's the big problem with the NBA. The off-season is far more compelling than the actual season, and the trade deadline draws in more interest than the playoffs at times. And unfortunately, that's the same thing with the NFL, and it's starting to become really trendy. it's not about how the game was. It's about just being at the event and seeing the event and talking about it. And unfortunately, I hate to see it, man. I just really, really hate to see it. But that is all I have for you now. Enjoy the games. Let me know what your predictions are. And as always, take it easy.